Hi there, I'm Anne-Marie Houghtailing, and today I want to talk about assumptions and when assumptions turn into truth and how this can be an impediment to your success in living your decadent dream. One of the things I've noticed both in organizations as well as individuals is people start constructing these assumptions, and based on these assumptions, they behave in a way that supports the assumption, which then, of course, determines what the outcome is. So let me give you a couple of examples. When I'm working in an organization, a group will say, we absolutely cannot get that client. There's no way we can get that client. They've been using the same vendor for 30 years and they're not going to use us. And in comes a brand new employee who doesn't know about this tribal knowledge, who has no assumption whatsoever. They pick up the phone, they get the client, and everyone is in awe. They think, what's going on? Is this person particularly talented? Are they an exceptional salesperson? Possibly, but more likely they weren't operating on the same assumptions. When assumptions harden, they become a kind of truth, and we live by that truth, which then, again, determines the outcome. The rookie that comes into the organization who doesn't know about this truth is operating on a different set of facts. He or she just believes, hey, there's a potential opportunity, I'm going to pick up the phone and call. And so they're able to create an entirely different outcome. Now think about this for yourself. There are all of these assumptions you carry. You probably don't even know where they came from, or maybe you do. What would happen if you changed the assumption? What would happen if you challenged it and changed the truth? Well, I'll tell you what would happen. You'd have an entirely different outcome. So let me give you sort of an amusing one for me. I was recently speaking with a yoga instructor, and I am not a girl who loves yoga. When I'm in downward dog, I'm looking at the clock wondering when in the hell this thing is going to be over. And I said to this yoga instructor, listen, I'm going to be your most difficult student, and I'll tell you why. I have the focus of a gnat. And she says to me, I find that really weird. Somebody who could write, memorize, and perform a one-woman show has no focus? That doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure you can focus for an hour in yoga. I thought really hard about that when I walked away, and I thought, I've been operating on this assumption that I've constructed, and it's not true, and it's not real, but it's an excuse that allows me not to move forward with this. So here's what I want you to do. Here's how you can start deconstructing, disrupting, and changing all of those assumptions that are getting in your way. I want you to start with just 3 or 5, not a huge number, but 3 or 5 things that you believe to be true. You can't get a raise. You can't start your own company. You can't go back to school. Whatever it is, I want you to write down those assumptions, and I want you to start challenging them and state them in the opposition. I'm going back to school. And then you start figuring out what you need to do to change the outcome. As it turns out, beliefs inform behavior, which informs the outcome. So when you start disrupting those assumptions and you start challenging them, you get to change their truth. I'd like you to do that exercise and then let us know how it goes. Comment below, subscribe to us, work with us, because we're here to help you live your decadent dream in every way we can.